Hello everyone, Barb here from barbaderholt.closetomyheart.com. Today we are going to work on decorating a grocery store bag. So this is a large paper bag from the grocery store, and I went to my Cricut and used a few cartridges that, well, it's not cartridges anymore, it's all online, but I do own the cartridges from back in the day. But anyway, they are close to my heart cuts. If you go into your Design Space, if you are a member of Design Space and you pay for an annual membership, you will have access to all of these cuts. You just put in Close to My Heart and all of their stuff will come up. I put in background and this came up. And it just showed that it was purchased because I, of course, had to have it back in the day. And so it is a part of my life. The other thing I've created is a tag. So this is using a few of my favorite little thin cuts. I've got the bow, I've got a little bracket, the 3D flowers, I used the smallest one, and then this is an older tag shape that we had a couple years ago. But I love it. I love the stitch detailing on it. I just think it's really fun. So then it says, think happy, be happy, and I just layered it all up. On the back side, I put a little strip of paper, and then I have a card, and there will be a video coming out on a card very similar to this, but you just slip it in, just like that. So let's get started. I'm going to haul everything into here and then sort a little bit. How is everyone doing? Is everyone staying cool? It was warm here for a while, but it is cooling down now, which is nice. There's that tag shape. I think what I will do is I will work on putting the tag together first. And I will need scissors. Got my glue, and I'm using glue for all of this. You can use whatever floats your boat as far as adhesive. I use my fingers to get the paper moving a little bit. I find that that works well to give it a little movement. And I'll hold it together. I am going to grab my little tweezers, and I'm just going to hold on to that so that that glue will set. There's that part of the bow. And I'm using two sides. This is Peacock. In fact, this is Peacock. This is, I think, Pebble. And these are retiring colors. So I wanted to use them up. So this is the dark side, the true side of the Peacock. This is the back side or the lighter side of the Peacock. For the darker side, I am snipping this in half. And again, I'm going to use my finger to get that paper moving. Put a little glue on this tab, and I am going to glue it down, but I'm holding it back a little bit. You can see how I've got that little bit sticking out there. And I will do the same thing on the other side, again, getting that paper moving a little bit ahead of time. And I will do the same thing here. You can see I've got it glued back. Now I've got this bow all ready to go. And what I'm going to do is on the back side, I'm going to put a little glue on the bow part in the middle. I guess I don't need it in the middle, but I put it there anyway. Then you want the front side of your bow, not this side where you can see where that's glued together. You want the front side, and you're going to layer that on top. And it's going to give you a double bow look, so you can see that. And do the same thing on the other side. So it looks like a hot mess on the back, but on the front I think it looks cute. Then you have your little flags here, your little bow flags. And I'm going to put some glue, adhesive, whatever you want to use. Some people like to use glue dots. Some people like tape runner. For stuff like this, I like glue. And I'm just holding that in place. Give it a few seconds, 5-10 seconds. And then this little tab is going to fold up and around. So I'm going to put glue on this front of this tab, fold it up, and back and around. And again, I'm going to grab my tweezers because it's easier for me to hold it like that. And then you can see what that looks like. Just like that. The next thing is to take your tag shape, and I'm putting a little bit of glue on the back of the bow. And I'm going just below the little notch detail because I like to see that notch detail. Oop. So you can see that there. Next we have this. I had stamped just for you and 3 little hearts. I'm going to put glue on about half of it because I want half of it to hang off the tag. Just like that. And then we have to glue our 2 layers of our 3D flower together. These are 2 of the smallest of the dies. And then a little bit of glue on here. And I'm layering it on here so that the petals don't cover up the words. And if you want, you can do a little rounding of the petals with your fingers just to give it a little dimension. Just like that. And then in my stash, I had some gems. Don't know when I got those. I'm going to use one of these big guys. Put that on there. I added a little glue just for security's sake. And there, that's the tag part. Set that to the side. We also need to glue our parts together here. Now I did a double layer of this because I think it gives it just a little dimension. Single would be perfectly fine. You do not have to do doubling up. I did it just because I like how it looks. And you do you. You do it how you like it to look. You do it how you have time. Sometimes we just don't have time to do the extra things, and that's okay too. It is the effort. It is the effort that matters. So I am just putting some glue on here. That's why I like my fine tip glue bottle here. Okay, got that. Now wish me luck. I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to put the other one on top of it. And the glue does give you a little tiny bit of wiggle room. And I think this would be really cute to do with a darker layer underneath and then offset it slightly. I think that would be really cool as well. Okay, now this next part, here's my bag. I'm doing this to cover up that name. When I was cutting this out on my Cricut, I had a couple of oopsies. This is an oopsie. But I think I'll be able to glue this on top of there and trim that off and be no big deal. The other thing, I put this paper in when I was supposed to put different paper in. And so I have these couple of little weird cuts. I'm going to just try to cover them up with my Think Happy, Be Happy. Call it good. So let's get gluing on here. Here's how I'm going to fix this. I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to give this a trimmeroo. And I'm not going to worry about it not being perfect. It's going on a paper bag. It's not a competition. It's just going on a paper bag. And now I can turn this over, hopefully get my glue to really go. Yes, so if you're interested in all the things, VIP is a great way to go. Signing up to be a maker is also a great way to go, and you can certainly do that under me. I'm fairly low key, but can be as high key as you need me to be. I am glad that I am a maker because I love all the goodies. So, here we go. Let's get this on here. Eyeballing, trying to make it not horribly crooked, but not panicking if it's not perfectly straight. Okay, so then here, sorry for all the noise, good golly. Here's where I'm going to, I can tell that's not sticking down very well. I wonder why this is not coming out. There's glue in there, I can tell. There. So I'm going to flip this over, add my glue, and I'm going to put it on hopefully in a strategic manner, which allows me to hide and conceal my cutting mistake. I just didn't want to throw that away. It's a whole sheet of paper. I know you know what that's like. You don't want to waste it. So we're kind of making do. Okay, so I need to cover that up. And let's do this, just like that. The glue will dry clear. Okay, now we have our little tag. I'm just going to take a piece of twine. I'm going to fish it through. I start from the front, work my way to the back, snip it off. Then I take my two tails and I feed them through my big loop. That puts my knot to the front, and I like how that looks. And you just put it on here, and I'm going to tie a knot. Super easy. There it goes. Then I'm flipping it over, and on the back side, I am going to hopefully get my glue to run. It's being a little stubborn today. There it goes, super. Sometimes you just gotta put that pin back in there. And I'm putting it on the back, eyeballing, not worrying about whether it's perfectly straight. It's good enough. Here's the card. I made a top folding base for it, and it just goes like that. So there you go. decorating a paper bag. It's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing. I hope you'll give this a try. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a blessed, crafty day, and I'll see you next time.